What's up, guys? Welcome and thank you for being here with us on PS Best Friends. This is episode 39 for the week of February 13th, 2018. As always, we are the PlayStation podcast by the community for the community. We come to you each and every Tuesday to give you the rundown on all the latest PlayStation news you could possibly need. This week, we're going to touch on January's top downloads on the PlayStation Network, review Activision's latest earnings call, and reflect on what may already be a packed start to 2018. Before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe. Give us a 5-star rating on your podcast app of choice. That'll give us a better chance to give you a better podcast. As always, I'm your host, Anthony Palm. Of course, we couldn't bring you all the weekly goods without the Chicago's prodigal son, Miguel Alvarez.
What's up, boys? What's going on?
And Miguel and I are here with the Brooklyn bad boy himself, Jeffrey Mizrahi.
I thought you were going to introduce me as like Miguel again or something. Like, am I also Miguel?
Are you?
Yes, I am.
So what's going on, guys? What you guys been playing?
What's going on? Well, I mean, we're going to be talking about this, and I mentioned in the chat, but, slight peek behind the curtain. Some technical issues happened with this episode, so it was like kind of a remake of episode 39. And that is pretty much... I want to. It's fun, yeah. I like when when I can hear behind the curtain of podcasts. I think it's fun. It's like, ooh, that's how they did it.
Yeah. The power went out in my building mid podcast, so we had to.
Lost it. But yeah, I've been playing 2 remakes. God of War 3 Remastered, trying to get hyped up for 420. And which is amazing, by the way. God of War 3 is Blaze it. I don't know what that is. I mean, 420 is the date of God of War. Blaze it? What is that?
Blaze it.
I don't know what that means.
I thought you smoked, bro.
I got you, Miguel.
Smoking? I don't know what that is. I don't even know the concept. I don't even know the concept of smoke.
You're younger, bro. You should know this stuff.
But yeah, God of War 3 still looks awesome. It blows my mind. That's a 2010 PS3 game. Just up-res really. That's super fun. And
that game looked amazing on the PS3. So I mean, I'm sure it wasn't too hard to remaster.
I'm pretty sure it was like the best looking game for a while.
Yeah. I should get back to it. Like, I should try it. Maybe if it goes on sale again. Can I just jump into 3, or do I need to read a synopsis for 1 and 2?
Ooh,
I mean, you can, but it doesn't.
I mean, it literally does follow at the end. It follows right after 2.
Yeah.
I owned a PS2 and a PS3 during those releases. I just wasn't a hack and slash guy. We were talking before we started recording. I didn't play DMC. I played like 3 hours of Dante's Inferno. I didn't get into God of War.
It is simple to sum up, and the beginning of God of War 3 is freaking amazing, regardless, even if you don't know what any of the characters, it's like spectacularly, it's insane. If it's under $8, so $7.99, I highly recommend jumping into 3, even if you haven't played any of the other ones.
I heard the Vita ports for 1 and 2 are bad though, right? Stay away from
I've never played them, but I mean, they're always on. We'll talk later. I think they're on the PS Vita charts this month, which is crazy.
I heard the opposite. I heard they were good.
I heard they ran bad. Like, they didn't look bad, but they ran bad.
Yeah, these are the God of War 1 and 2 ports onto the Vita, not the PSP games on the Vita. Just clarifying for listeners.
And those are actually PSP games.
The PSP games are great also, which also they ported to PS3.
But those are quickly games. We're getting off track. You also been playing
Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, which I really enjoy. I think I'm going to play. I just bought Chapter 2 for 99 cents just to get a feel of it. The first chapter is free. I think I'm going to buy it, all 10 chapters for $20, just because it seems cool. Like, I'm
How many chapters already? 20?
10 chapters.
So there's I think 14 chapters in the PS4 version, so I'm curious to see how they condense it. But I am really impressed by. I played just the opening of the first chapter because it's free on my iPhone. I have an iPhone 10, and
runs amazing on the iPhone 10. By the way,
not even how it runs. It's the game. It's the exact same intro to the PS4 version, just with like
little chibi characters.
Yeah. Question for you guys.
So impressed.
Yeah.
I told you guys that I'm interested on Final Fantasy 15, like playing it, but just haven't got into it. Should I try this first? Is it like a good introduction?
You play the PS4 version.
Why?
I feel like
both are cutscene heavy. The Pocket Edition and the console edition.
I feel like Jeffrey likes. It's hard to explain. I feel like for you, Miguel, I feel like you would like. First of all, the game looks beautiful. Not that Jeffrey doesn't like good graphics, but he's more of a game play over, looks type of person. And I feel like the combat is way more involved on the PS4 version, whereas the combat's kind of simplified a lot. It's very.
It's surprisingly fun for a mobile game, though. The combat.
I just think
controls.
The PS4 version better.
The controls, are there like you need to touch?
No.
Is there like a button and like a little?
There's no
tap
virtual. There's no virtual buttons. It's
or
all
just like tap.
You tap on the enemy. You don't tap on an attack button. You know.
Interesting. I might try it.
So, it doesn't hurt to download. It's free. You know.
And then if you don't like the controls, then I would say give the console version a shot. I mean, I don't really care who plays what version. I just want more people to play Final Fantasy 15 because
I was reading a thing. That's what the idea behind the Pocket Edition was, to make it as stress-free as possible. So, but yeah, that's the remakes I've been doing. Anthony, you been remaking anything or playing any remakes?
So I played Shadow of the Colossus, the PS4 release that came out last week, and I beat it in like 3 settings.
With how
many hours?
Right?
How many hours?
I was at 3 hours. I was at 3.5 hours when I started the final Colossus, and then the final Colossus took me fucking forever. It was like the weirdest difficulty spike where it just the game didn't prepare you for that final. Not that it was hard, but there was like certain jumps that if you didn't grab on to a certain exact spot, you would fall the wrong way, and then you couldn't jump off to grab onto another thing. It's very frustrating, but Colossi 1 through 15 were awesome. I'd say it's probably a 6.5, 7 hour game, depending on your skill level.
Okay.
But
you recommend it?
Absolutely. The end of the game was kind of whack. I thought the ending was a little odd.
Little weak?
Yeah, not even weak. It was just very out there. So
because people love that. Some people say that's like a storytelling masterpiece, the ending. I don't know what it is.
I don't think it was. Personally, I don't think it was. I mean, it was fine. It was fine. I'm not saying it's bad, but I thought it was a little weird. There's games where they leave it open to interpretation. Like Mass Effect 3, I actually thought the ending was fine, and everyone else threw a fit about it. But I mean, the ending was good. I just didn't think it was like the greatest thing ever. But no, I would absolutely recommend it. It looks beautiful. I mentioned earlier off camera.
And it runs well?
It runs well on – I played it exclusively on the Pro in performance mode, so I don't know how it plays on a normal PS.
But it ran consistently at 60?
On performance mode, it ran consistently 60 frames per second.
Nice.
Camera was great. Agro, the horse, ran like shit, though. It's
the controls, not the actual horse.
The controls, yeah. It's mind-blowing how they have the best-looking horse in a video game that I've ever seen with the worst-controlled horse.
It's all about those horses, bro.
It's weird. It's like
it's preparing you for Red Dead
remake, and they couldn't take a note from like Phantom Pain or The Witcher with horseback riding. But yeah, I absolutely recommend it. It's a gorgeous game. I said earlier as well that it's the first game where a lot of times games have good water, or like I used to have a joke with my friend Brandon that we used to say even the shittiest looking game will usually have good looking water in it. For some reason, that's just it seems like something easier for devs.
Yeah, something about water. People are fascinated with water.
But this game, like there's running, like there's a lake with ripples in it, and there's like running water, and there's waterfalls. It looks like real flowing water, and it's one of those things where normally I wouldn't notice. Like, it's water, fine. This game, I was looking at it, I was like, this looks so photorealistic. Like I couldn't. It felt like it had weight to it. And that's the similar thing with the Colossi too. When you're fighting them, they feel like they have weight to them. They're moving very slow. The audio, like the audio mix for them moving around, gives them that colossal.
Does the sound make it feel like it's a big fucking monster?
Yeah, no, I would definitely recommend wearing headphones. It's interesting because back in the PS2 days, it wasn't really a common thing to wear headphones while gaming. I'm sure like hardcore people did with like SOCOM or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Back then, it wasn't really. So for this game, I would absolutely recommend. I don't know if, I
think any game now, it's better if you have headphones.
But this game especially though, because the audio mix for it is very good. And the first 15 Colossi were so fun. They weren't hard. I would say they're actually pretty easy, but they're all very, very fun. The 16th one, personally, I didn't have fun with, but others may argue.
Nice.
But I absolutely recommend it. And then I also beat Valhalla, VA11, all A, whatever you want to say, for Vita. And so I'm going to go for that platinum this week or next week. I'm very close. I'm at like 73% for the trophy list.
What's the name of it?
It's called Valhalla, but it's spelled out VA-11.
When you say that,
Paul-A.
The first time you said that, I thought it was like a biking game.
Yeah.
like that, because
Yeah,
that's one
Valhalla.
of the terms, Bahala. I think that's like the heaven over there.
Well, it's the north,
And that's what I thought it was at the beginning. I'm like,
does that relate to the game at all? Is it about afterlife or some
in
sort?
the game, it takes place in this city called Glitch City, where it's just like a cesspool of future tech that's just unchecked, unchallenged. Like it's a nightmare. And it's the bar is, it's got like a code name, like a not a code name, like a barcode kind of name, like
Yeah.
and it's the name is VA-11 Hall-A. But then the people in the game are like, yeah, we know it's impossible to say that. Just call it Valhalla.
That's a whack. I don't think developers should be calling their names like their games. Imagine trying to search for a review, a trophy guide, anything for that. You have to type in.
It was actually pretty easy.
Is it? I don't know.
Typed it in and
I'm sure it will pop really quick.
Once you figure out VA-11 Hall-A, it's not hard.
Yeah, how many other things have that? But Miguel, what you been playing? Let me guess. Call of Duty Ghost
and Fortnite.
I mean, we already talked about it, so yeah.
True.
But that's like every week.
Yeah. I'm trying to master Prestige goals, dude. I will fucking hit it.
You're crazy.
What an odd 2018 goal.
I wonder if I can.
It's better than
like
World War II.
Used.
No, it's still like $20-something
because it's Call of Duty.
Yeah. I've been playing a little bit more Dragon Balls Fighters. Yeah. I'm not into fighters, man. I'm like you, Anthony. It's just I want to play it so bad, and I want to finish the story, but it's like
I want to play the campaign so bad.
It's just something about just fighters. I don't know. I've been playing the
matches of it, and then you're bored. It's like, all right.
Yeah. iOS, Rules of Survival, PUBG knockoff. I'm a god in that game for whatever reason. I win pretty much almost every time I play. Yeah, that's it. I got GameFly.
Yeah,
first time. Yes, you did.
The first game that I'm trying to get is South Park. I want to try it so bad, but I never got like
that. Is one of those games where it's like I don't.
Yeah, because I like the comedic stuff that they have.
Did you play Stick? A truth?
No, I wanted to play when they announced the remaster for the PS4.
I think it's currently being rumored right now for $20. No, isn't it coming out for $20?
It's coming out. It's coming out. It's official, but it's still not out. It's next month, I think.
I think it's check. But March 13th, I think.
Yeah, something like that. They should have released that before the what's the name of it?
South Park Butthole.
There you go. But that, and then I got the game that you just played, Shadow of the Colossus.
Because you're doing a 2-game out deal.
Yeah, I got a movie in between, so I don't care. So I'll probably get the movies first and then the games. But
you actually do have a movie in your queue?
Oh yeah, dude.
What movie?
I got a bunch of movies in there.
What movies?
Blade Runner. That's one of them.
So what, the original or 2049?
The new one.
Okay.
I still got to watch the first one before I watch.
Yeah, I'm not taking time on that. I don't care. I'll watch the first one, the second one, and what's It? I think. Yeah,
It was good.
The new one. Yeah.
I heard it was really good, and I loved the first one. So I mean, it was like whatever.
But yeah,
it is not time to watch it.
Because it could be. It could be a quick pause the podcast and listen to it. But it is actually time for the Islander Report.
There'll be some news.
There are 9 items on the list.
Hey, Cap Discount.
First off, like always, for any first podcast of the month, or probably the second, is the PlayStation Store, January's top downloads. We're looking at some interesting.
Let me guess, what's the first one, bro?
For PS4 games, guess. Yeah, I think it could be up in the air. But
Call of Duty Ghost, because I'm promoting so much, people are buying it left and right.
True. I don't even think a single listener to PSBF was like swayed to play Ghost because of this.
I don't think they were even expecting him to say that right now.
Yeah, say. Number 1, Monster Hunter World. A little surprise there. Or maybe I don't know.
Is it surprising? I don't think it's surprising.
Dragon Ball Fighters at number 2.
I think that one's more surprising than Monster Hunter.
True. Madden NFL 18 at number 3. World War II at number 4.
This one is surprising too.
Title at number 5. Human Fall Flat. We don't really know much about this game. I feel like it's probably some YouTube game that a lot
It's
of.
an indie game. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure there was a YouTuber that did it. It's same with like Gang Beasts was up there a couple. weeks
That's
ago.
a similar game to it too.
Yeah. So I can't really speak about the game, but it's interesting to see an unknown title up
What's
there.
number 6 and one of the best games
Number
ever?
6, GTA 5, of
Selling game.
course, which I think they also had some type of sales.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Oh, we thought
bro.
that was last week, all right?
Man, you need.
I mean, I'm
Man,
already at, like, 3
you're
episodes.
off, bro.
And then some other interesting titles are 18 Mirror's Edge Catalyst and 20 Dead by Daylight. Must have been on sale. Or something.
Yeah.
Better than Friday the 13th.
No, it hasn't been on sale. And that's surprising too.
We all need
Interesting.
to get this game the next time it goes on a good sale.
I'll be down for it. Because
Maybe.
the new
So
DLC is pretty good too.
Yeah.
True, yeah, the new DLC's what is it? It's Alien? Or
It's Michael
Predator?
Myers,
No, they did
Predator,
Saw.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
Jigsaw,
the other one.
yes.
Yeah.
In a new category, the PlayStation blog put up on their top downloads is top free-to-play games. We're looking at, of course, number 1, Fortnite Battle Royale, Brawlhalla, PES 2018 Lite, Paladins, and surprisingly, America's Army Proving Grounds
Really good
above
game.
Warframe.
That's crazy.
So we talked about, I think, the past summer. It's like a Call of Duty free-to-play game, but it's like on hardcore mode.
It's hard.
So it's,
hardcore mode doesn't have kill streaks. It's just pretty much extra shooter. Similar to Call of Duty.
Yeah, so that's interesting that it's above Warframe. Just because
It's a decent game. I don't know if you guys tried
it could be a great game, but kind of like the narrative now, or like what I'm seeing online, is that everyone is moving from Destiny to Warframe, or that Warframe is just like getting really popular now.
See, I mentioned earlier, I think that people are fragmenting in different directions from Destiny 2. Some people are going to Warframe.
A lot of people are
going back to the Division. Some are
Fortnite.
going to Monster Hunter.
A lot of Fortnite, yeah. But yeah, it's interesting to see Warframe hasn't skyrocketed yet. PSVR games, looking at Job Simulator at number 1, Accounting Plus at number 3. That has a new update, so if you have Accounting Plus, check it out, a new level. I haven't yet played it yet. I've been meaning to. It's a water park level. It looks pretty cool. And then what came out last month was a hit first, not a hit, but exclusive PlayStation VR game, The Inpatient, is only at
It
number
wasn't
7.
last month. It was a couple days ago.
This game I do feel like
so I guess because
more physical than digital.
Yeah,
but
I mean it was
true.
Still,
And
the
there's
fact
that,
that it's number 7 after Arizona Sunshine, which is supposedly not that great of a game.
See, I think we shouldn't go with this number right now. Let's see next month.
True. It had very little.
It's just exactly. It just came out and
it came out like in the 22nd or something.
Yeah, something like that. So it had like maybe a week to sell. So
PS Vita top game is Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory, Launch Bundle. PS4 theme is Monster Hunter World, and the PS Classic best-selling game is Metal Slug Anthology.
I assume it was on sale?
Maybe, who knows?
Probably
next up, Activision Blizzard had its year-end call with investors today, revealing $7 billion in net revenue for its 2017 fiscal year. For the fourth quarter of the year, digital revenue accounted for $1.62 billion, over half of its total $2.64 billion for Q4. Call of Duty World War II sold 30% of total copies digitally.
Yeah, it's going to keep growing every year.
Yeah, setting a day one record for digital.
I'm not going to be part of that, but
digitally sold on the PSN. This, of course, it sounds like big, but it's just because every year more people are going digital.
Year, next year is going to be like 35, 40, and it's going to keep growing. So, I mean.
Activision Blizzard's overall net bookings, which is how it measures, quote, net amount of products and services sold digitally or sold physically in the period, totaled $7.16 billion, of which 5.43 was digital. And I think about 3 or 4 billion of that was microtransactions alone.
Yeah.
Some other interesting stats I saw on this was microtransactions are making more money than actual DLC.
Yeah.
So
that's been happening for a while.
Sell us the zombie maps for $5 each instead of bundling them in with the map packs.
Or honestly, just go get the season pass. That's an interesting thing. If Black Ops, if this year's, also from this earnings call, they confirmed Treyarch is working on this year's, but didn't say anything else about what it is. Last year when they had this earning call, they said Sledgehammer's Call of Duty will go back to its roots, and they didn't say where Black Ops 4.
The rumors are Black Ops 4 modern setting game. So
yeah,
I just want it to be Woods, Mason, and Hudson in between.
I don't care what it is. I just want a modern shooter from Treyarch.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I'm interested in Treyarch Zombies. Treyarch Zombies. They're the one that started it.
Hopefully they don't do that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting if they did take off a year and did their own thing. That's the only studio that I think can not do zombies just because like
they've done it. Like they're the
Yeah.
ones that started it all, and now
They
they're
could
like,
start
now
the
we're gonna,
battle royale
yeah.
mode for them.
No,
Good
not
point.
a Royale. My God.
I hope they start. Well, I guess zombies wasn't really original at the time. It was just a horror mode, but I hope they do something
They
that's
made
like
it what it is, what
yeah.
it was.
Yeah,
They made
they started it. Yeah.
Plus,
they
World
started
War II this past year really was basically the world at war zombies, which is
exactly. Yeah.
That wasn't that good though.
So I hope
My
they come
opinion.
up with something fresh instead of zombies this year. But even if they do zombies, I'm fine with it as well.
Because clearly they could take that any risk. They will make enough money. Next up, the remake of Shadow of Colossus for PS4 contains hidden coins not found in the original. Popular trophy hunting YouTuber Brian from PS4 Trophies worked together with the larger community to find every coin and discover what they did. With all 79 coins, the door opens to reveal a room. This is not a spoiler. This is kind of just what happens at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
So don't worry. Underneath the Shrine of Worship, containing a weapon called the Sword of Dormin. The sword, named after the deity the player bargains with to revive Mono. That's just like the
Literally
the game.
first 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're trying to revive someone. Boasts a large attack buff, but also reduces the player's health regeneration. I was reading on Kotaku or something that this took like a while, like tons of hours to
I
I
find.
did
needed
not
to find all of them.
Single coin.
Anthony played the whole game, didn't find one.
Did not find one single one.
But yeah, a trophy is to get 79 coins, right? The only reward it's you get the sword and the trophy.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I guess it's not worth the platinum for me. Personally, It's not worth the platinum for me.
Also, speaking of platinums, quick trophy time. The Monster Hunter World Platinum looks almost impossible to get. I think I saw the PS4 PSN trophies had a trophy guide, and it was like estimated time to do it 1,000+ hours.
Really?
Because
I don't play that game for the trophies, though. It's fine.
you have to get some like gold thing. If you're listening and you play Monster Hunter World, you know I'm talking about. You have to get some like gold crown or something, like all of them, and they're like aren't random as hell. So it's just like.
I did actually play that a lot this week too. Just real quick, Tay and I played that game for 5.5 hours the other day, and we looked at the clock. We're like, "Holy shit, it's 10 o'clock!" So
that's good actually.
That's a solid.
That means the game's actually decent.
Yeah, no, very fun game. I love it. I'm glad I actually purchased that instead of rented it.
That's another game that I want to try, but I just see gameplay of it. I'm like, nope. I'm out.
We should try to get sponsored by GameFly if all three of us have it. The good thing about them is that you can keep it for a discounted price too once you get it.
Yep. Next up on the quick news.
Quick news.
Quick news. Life is Strange developer Don't Nod's new game finally has a release date. Vampire will be released on June 5th.
Looks dope. Can't wait.
The beta for PS4 firmware update 5.50 began rolling out and new features including more organization options and the ability to customize your UI. In addition to super sampling mode coming for PS4 Pro owners, which kind of just makes games look better on 1080p screens.
I have a PS4 with 1080p screen. Works for me. Cool.
Some other features. I thought the playtime, I saw on the blog, it says playtime management. I thought that was going to be like an activity log and see like how many hours you put into each game, because I know they track that. I get an email at the end of the year.
Parental
but instead,
control.
it is, it's just, I can make sure my kid is only playing 10 minutes a day.
Wow, no one has the platinum.
To what, Monster Hunter World?
Monster Hunter, yep.
Yeah.
No one. Wow,
that sucks. That's such bad design. Speaking of Monster Hunter World has been flying off the shelves by all accounts, with 5 million copies shipped, not sold, but still big, in the 3 days following its launch. Capcom has also reported that units shipped have just reached the 6 million mark, making it the fastest selling Capcom game to date. Wait, what?
Talking about Monster Hunter.
To retailers.
Question for you guys. For Anthony, what's a giant crown from my monster?
Honestly, I'm not even that far yet.
It's something. I vaguely know, but I think it's something that like RNG like randomly drops after.
Wow, really? Because that's the trophy. That's the trophy that people are not getting. It's pretty much the only one.
They might. You got to remember,
they're
a very, very Japanese studio, and they probably were like, "What's a trophy?" Because they've been developing for 3DS for so many years.
It's crucial for it. It's a gold trophy. Obtain a giant crown for almost every monster in your hunting log.
Yeah,
so
I laughed. I don't know what almost means. Wait,
like
good.
90% of them or something.
Good call. This is the first Monster Hunter with trophies, right?
I think so, because
I think so. Yeah.
PS3 never had a Monster Hunter. PS4
had the original, and then
no trophies.
PSP had United.
Yeah,
and I think
no
they
trophies
might
as
have
well.
had one other one.
And there's
That's
no
pretty
Vita
much
one.
the only one.
Next up, a new
Wow.
gold wireless headset, a new, I guess, model of the gold wireless headset.
Revamped.
Revamped.
revamped. It's not new.
Delivers
It's the same thing.
enhanced comfort and performance. Will come out in the next couple weeks for $99 and works with VR.
PSVR. Yep.
Still needs the USB dongle though, just so you know.
Yeah, I was actually looking at something about that. It has something to do with like Bluetooth. You can't transfer high quality audio that fast, so that's why.
Which doesn't make any sense
like
because
that,
these Beats are Bluetooth. Like I have them wired right now, but
Oh no, high quality. Yes, sorry. Low latency, which is important for games.
okay,
That was the
that
issue.
makes sense. Yep.
Latency. So yeah, that's if you're wondering why it has the dongle. Next up, Kingdom Hearts 3 will include a world themed after Monsters Inc., the second Pixar franchise to be added to the upcoming RPG, as shown off in the new trailer from D23 Japan.
So I was talking to my friend Brandon earlier. Him and I actually we became friends over the original Kingdom Hearts in 6th grade. And I was talking to him before, and we both kind of came to the realization these are the first 2 Pixar games in a Kingdom Hearts game, because Toy Story and Monsters Inc. in Kingdom Hearts 3, those will be the first Pixar movies to be worlds in the Kingdom Hearts universe. So it's pretty cool. I went on a really angry rant on the original version that we recorded before we lost it about me saying just like yelling at everyone to stop talking to me about Kingdom Hearts. And I'll be a little nicer this time, but I'm just at the point with this game where it's like, cool, like that's neat that you're showing me this trailer of Monsters Inc. that was leaked 6 months ago anyways. Just give me a fucking release date. You know, like even if it's like 2025, just tell me when to expect it, and then I'm buying it. Like I'm in. I'm buying it the day it comes out.
You win.
Stop. Well, they did give you the next best thing, and they also said at this announcement, the game
still, and it's like I'm already sold. That's kind of where I'm at.
They also said at this announcement there will be a release date at E3, so you got 4 more months for that.
We'll see.
The old Square Enix announcement of an announcement,
and then delaying the release date after announcing it.
Yeah, even after having a whole event for an announcement, they'll still figure out a way how to delay the fuck out of that.
Tabata of 15.
And then last but not least, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite will not be at EVO or Capcom Cup. Capcom is spelled funnily in the doc that we're looking at. That's why Miguel just snickered. But yeah, Capcom Cup, they want to focus on
they want to what?
Nice. you got thrown off. Want to focus on Street Fighter and the arcade edition Street Fighter 5 at Capcom Cup, and it not being at EVO is kind of huge because Marvel vs. Capcom.
It's not huge, dude.
Marvel vs. Capcom is in the name of the game, so it not being there is very, very.
Not being at the Capcom Cup, all right, sure, because they want to focus on Street Fighter, but not being at EVO. It's been at every EVO.
Yeah,
since it was
but
created.
the actual guys who are gonna play the game don't like the game. That's why it's not there.
I think they just need to
This is a bad game.
Take a hard look at what they did wrong with Infinite and just make Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
Yeah, it seems
and
like
put the X-Men characters because that's what people want.
Yeah, and I also went on a rant earlier about sidebar. Disney is not buying Fox for just the X-Men. They're buying Fox to get majority share of Hulu to turn that into their streaming service. But yeah, once that happens, they can use the X-Men in Marvel.
Wait, you're telling me Bob Iger didn't buy Fox because he wanted Infinite to be at EVO? I thought that was his main motivation.
They purely bought Fox, 20th Century Fox, just to increase their esports revenue.
That is true. But yeah.
But it is not time to play esport fighter games.
No? What time is it?
I don't think this is a time-based thing, but we'll work on it. We're getting better at it. But here is the list of PlayStation games coming to every possible PlayStation platform as read by your best friends for the week of February 13th, 2018. First up, we have a little game called Crossing Souls on the PS4 digital, CubeWorks PSVR digital, Drunken Bar Fight PSVR digital. Drunken Bar Fight is a simple, immersive, silly, rowdy party game. Take turns throwing bottles, darts, chairs, tip jars, or anything else you get your hands on at opponents. Sounds interesting. Dynasty Warriors 9, PS4 digital retail. The Fall Part 2, Unbound, PS4 digital. Fee. Fuck, I forgot.
I thought it was fake.
I just listened. I was in between the first podcast and this one. I was listening to the Nintendo voice chat, and they said what it's actually pronounced as by the like devs told them, and I forgot it. It's not. I think it's Fee. I'm pretty sure it's Fee.
I thought it was
But
fake.
that's coming to PS4 digital out 2/16. This is the EA indie game.
Looks cool.
It's like purple. Yeah, you've probably seen a screenshot.
It looks purple.
It looks purple. Definitely heavy purple. I don't even know what type of game.
Prince actually posthumously did the soundtrack for it.
Who did?
Prince.
Oh, joking.
It was a purple joke.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that'd be. I mean, Michael Jackson did do Sonic 3.
You could just listen to Prince while playing it, I guess.
True. Spotify. Guild Battle Arena PS4 digital out 2/14. Kingdom Come Deliverance PS4 digital retail.
This is a game I want to keep an eye on.
So you're Henry, the son of a blacksmith, thrust into a raging civil war. You watch helplessly as invaders storm your village and slaughter your friends and family. Narrowly escaping the brutal attack, you grab your sword to fight back, avenge the death of your parents, and help repel the invading forces. Yeah, sounds cool.
A lot of buzz online about this game. I'm going to look into it.
If you're a fan of Kingdom Come Deliverance, let us know what makes this game so special at PSBF Podcast on Twitter or on Facebook.com/group/PSBestFriends. But next up, we got Knockout League, PSVR digital. The longest 5 minutes, PS Vita digital. This is interesting. This kind of like reminds me of 30-second, half-minute Hero on the PSP. Check it out if you're interested. It's 8-bit pixel RPG style. Mahjong Carnival, PS4 digital, which I swear is like the 18th Mahjong game on PSN.
And I also swear I've seen the artwork for this before.
Whatever.
It's like those 99-cent PC puzzle games you find at like Walmart.
Yeah. Now I think Miguel has had this on pre-order for a couple of years. Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game, PS4 digital retail.
That's a must buy, bro. Can't go wrong with that.
On the cover art, you got bikes, you got dudes doing stunts, you got fire, you got it all. Pinstripe. Yeah, what do you got?
I'm sorry, just a sidebar. Again, another sidebar. Someone that I know the other day. Oh, I won't say whose name it is. They definitely don't listen, but I just won't use their real name. But someone said to me the other day that they don't drink Monster and they don't like when other people drink Monster because they saw the thing about how the logo is actually I don't remember what dialect it is, but it's like the devil's number, and it's like 666 in.
Oh yeah, it's 666 in Hebrew. They're all vowels.
Oh, it is Hebrew.
Yeah.
And how it's like it's the devil's energy drink. So I thought it was funny. They're like, I won't drink that, and I was like, well, I'm gonna keep drinking this. So,
which I think 600 would be represented by a different letter, to be honest, a different 666. Hebrew number. The way just Hebrew works. Next up, Pinstripe PS4 digital, Pop-Up Pilgrims PSVR digital, Schacht PS4 digital. It looks like some space game. Interesting. Secret of Mana PS4 digital retail out 2/15. This is a 3D remake of the 1993 Secret of Mana.
Looks good. If you're a fan of this game, check it out.
Yeah.
Like
also, call back to the top PS Vita sales of the month. I think Adventures of Mana was number 2, which I think was a sequel to this.
That was I think it was like a 2D remake, but it was in a non-pixel art style. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I just know it is the same series. Slice, Dice, and Rice, PS4 digital out 2/14. Sprint Vector, PSVR digital. This is what they showed at the PSX pre-show. It's one where you run in VR, and it's like colorful and stuff, and like you're going fast. It's kind of like Tronny.
And it will probably make you puke.
Yeah, this is the type of game to knock me out. And then last but not least, of course, is True Fear, Forsaken Souls, Part 1.
Terrible
PS4
name.
digital. Yeah,
Sorry.
terrible name. In terms of music, we got the Black Panther soundtrack, which features heavy Kendrick. If you're a fan of that, give that a listen. Justice League, Coco, and 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri are all on VOD.
Don't forget the only video game related music thing is Shadow Colossus playlist on PlayStation Music if you use that service.
You see, I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either.
Is that quick aside? I was just trying to look at the Dragon Ball themes, see if there's a playlist on Spotify because I wanted to listen to them. And instead, I got a Dragon Ball playlist. It was called, and it was just a bunch of Linkin Park songs. And I'm like, all right, fair enough. I don't know what I expected.
People listened to back when they watched Dragon Ball.
Yeah, of course. In the old mashup videos, you know, it's got to get a Linkin Park song in the background. But yeah, that's about it for the new releases for this week.
All right, now it is time for best friend questions. Miguel, you want to say something first?
Sidebar real quick. I'm trying to download the Civ 6 demo, and I check on my wallet. Yeah, I'm pissy because I'm on it.
Yeah.
I guess I sold something from PUBG, like some of the costumes, and I got $550 on my wallet.
Nice.
Yeah,
For real?
yeah, dude.
5 holds
funny.
mackaroos.
Probably fucking-
$550, boys.
School
happy.
pants or something.
Yeah. All right, let's go back.
All right, so best friend questions. First question comes from Jake Jericho. If you want to be like Jake and be read on the show, you can go to facebook.com/groups/psbestfriends. And we do a call out for questions before we record, but you can really ask us a question anytime in the week. Jake says this week, what are you guys hyped for in March? Personally, Surviving Mars, Ni no Kuni 2, and Far Cry 5 for me. Yeah, what are you guys looking out for? I'm probably most excited for Far Cry, just because I'm a big Far Cry fan. I do want to get to Ni no Kuni, but I might skip it for now because I know I won't touch it, and then go back to it when I know I have time to play it.
Question for you guys for Far Cry. Do you guys saw the last trailer they released?
I still didn't see it. No.
Haven't seen it, but I know they made it more serious.
Yes, it is. I hope the game is more like that than instead of fucking going and just
like goofy Looney Tune.
Yeah. I mean, the cutscenes. I know the gameplay. You're gonna be fucking around, especially if you're playing with someone else, like in co-op.
You just want the game to have a serious.
Yeah, but like the story, I want it to be a little bit serious.
This. Look into my crystal ball. 2 days before release, there's gonna be at least 3 Polygon articles. The
something about racist,
between
sexist,
narratives in like Far Cry 5 tries
Polygon. Yep,
have hard-hitting issues, but has such a silly tone everywhere. It's going to be about it's like 2 tones, pretty much, dual tone. But yeah, no, my most looked forward game is of course Metal Gear Survive.
That's not even March.
Psych. Yeah, no.
But are you looking forward to Ni no Kuni though?
Yeah, Ni no Kuni 2. I'm really into.
I'm interested on it. I saw some gameplay they released a couple days ago.
Too. I just don't want to not.
Gamefly.
I don't want to get it and then not have time for it.
Yes, that's my only issue.
Because even if I get it on GameFly, a lot of times I get games on GameFly and then I sit on it for a week, don't play it, send it back. You know what I mean? Like I want it. Like that's a game I want. I'm gonna wait on it until I have time to play it.
When is the game coming out?
March 23rd.
So that's
I think Far Cry comes out like the same week.
Oh man, that does
March
not
27th
work.
is Far Cry. Yeah,
that does not work.
So that's why I'm saying I'm going to wait. I'm interested in it, but I'm going to wait on it.
Yeah, but no. Besides Ni no Kuni, I'm really more excited for A Way Out, which is Joseph Fares game.
I want to play that with my friend Jesse. I'm going to see if he
the Oscars guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I might try and split the cost with it since you get.
Yeah, that's gonna be like $20. That I know is gonna be a great story.
Is that gonna be part of EA Access?
Probably not.
Ooh.
Because I have it, and if it is, I'm gonna play the whole fucking thing before I pay.
No, because Unravel was on there, and that was like a 10-hour game, and they only let you play the first 2 levels.
Oh, okay. So I mean, at least if they do it, like at least limited to like an hour or 2, I would like to try it to see how it is.
But
yeah, they'll probably have some barrier.
All right, next question comes from Nathaniel Hicks, who was on the podcast 2 episodes ago, I believe. And he says, is this going to be a really good year for Sony conference-wise? If you think about it, for the most part, they have all their cards on the table in some way, just meaning like they've announced all their games already. So unless they show more of what we know is coming at E3 and PSX, we may just get brand new stuff coming that we haven't seen yet. Thoughts? I don't think they have anything up their sleeve. I mean, they did kind of just spot play Shadow of the Colossus, and that came out.
They might announce like an indie game over here, exclusive to the
I could
console.
see a remastered Eco or something along the lines of like a PS2 game, but I don't see anything major because I think all their games are announced right now.
I mean, hold up. Not even all their games. More importantly, all their studios are working on stuff, right?
Yeah. They already announced pretty much.
And
everything.
Why can't I?
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch. I don't know why.
I don't. Yeah,
I was picturing Cole.
I mean, they're working on something, but
that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's any studios that we don't know what they're working on because I think Bend and Sucker Punch were the last 2 that were like, what?
Yeah, Naughty Dog is
clearly on the last.
Like I said,
Guerrilla's not going to show what they're doing. That's way too early.
I mean, Guerrilla, they're working on the second
Killzone, or they're definitely working on Horizon 2, but maybe they had a second team on a Killzone game, but I doubt it.
Yeah, they could. That'd be an announcement. Maybe,
like I said, I can see another game in the style of like the Shadow of the Colossus remake. Like what's a big PS2 exclusive? that maybe they might remaster.
You know what I could see?
What?
They come out. It starts with Crash coming out. You know.
Oh,
walking through little-
Spyro.
No, fuck Spyro. Crash coming out, and then the screen behind him. A couple cars just come in. Boom! CTR remaster. Bam, bam, bam.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody goes fucking
it's
nuts.
It's stuff that's not anything.
I start crying like a baby.
Fan.
I think that
fan-friendly type stuff that they need to do.
I think this year for conferences, they're gonna have to defer to third parties. So I think we're gonna see Kingdom Hearts is gonna make a big presence on their stage. I'm calling it. I think Final Fantasy VII Remake is gonna get some presence.
I don't think so. I think that game is in hell right now.
Which game?
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I think.
Oh yeah, that's
still in
I mean, when they announced it, even the what was it?
Yeah,
the director didn't know he was directing.
He was like, "Wait, what? I'm doing it." Exactly.
So I think that's we don't hear more.
That's not coming out anytime soon.
PSX I can see, but not E3.
Yeah, possibly.
Or
Maybe a new PS Battle Royale.
It's just
All-Stars.
gonna be indie exclusives.
Battle Royale All-Stars, that'd be kind of cool.
That's what it's gonna be.
That's where I thought Miguel was going. It was like Crash comes on stage, then Kratos comes out of something.
That would be interesting. Like, you know how there's like only like 5 different character models?
I mean,
Fortnite? It's like exactly Fortnite, but you just play as like randomized either Nathan Drake or like Kratos. Cole.
You guys are giving it shit to the All-Star game, but they could
I love
actually put it out.
I love
I don't give a
All-Stars.
shit. I just never really got into it, but I didn't hate on it.
Oh, I wish that, dude. I invited people to my house to play that, and like they're like, "Why don't we just play
So,
Smash?"
like,
I'm like,
yeah,
"Please, no, make this a thing. This is cool." I'd bring my disc over to friend's house, and they're just like, "Yeah, this is
Like, don't take my PS3 with that.
this isn't that fun." And I'm like, "No, it's fun. Look, look, Ratchet is in it." He's like, "Yeah, this guy's super overpowered." I'm like, "Shut up."
All right, and then the last question for the week comes from Nathan W. Ulig, our other Nathan in our Facebook group. If you are a third Nathan, let us know. And we'll make you a recurring person as well. So the other day I noticed my trophy list for Uncharted 1, the original version, not the remaster, was a bit sparse, so I decided to pop that PlayStation Classic in and do some trophy hunting, but instantly realized that the original game was quite rough around the edges. Have you guys ever gone back to an older game you love only to realize it's not quite as good as you nostalgically remember? Now, Uncharted 1 on the Nathan Drake collection does look good. But specifically, the PS3 version
runs good too.
Yeah, it looks rough. You guys have any games that you glamorize and you go back to and you're like, ooh?
Yeah, I think this is I think the entire gaming zeitgeist agrees with this. But whenever I go back to or a couple of years ago, it was like the first time I went back after a long period. The Sonic Adventure games, 2 specifically. As a kid, that was like my number one game, and I remember it controlling so well. It's like, oh, I want Sonic to do that. You know, he's on his platform. Now he's on his platform. But now playing it is just it's so slippery. It's so shitty to control. Like, it's like a bad design game. But and I love that as a kid. But like, yeah, that's like the classic. I remember it being like perfect, but like actually playing it doesn't control well at all.
Yeah.
I don't have any that I'm thinking, but the only thing I could say probably it's the Assassin's Creed games. They haven't aged well.
Yeah.
So one of my favorites is 4 Black Flag. And comparing it to the new one, Origins, it feels really different and really like slow and slappy.
Overhaul the entire mechanics of the game.
And that's
anything before Origins.
Yeah, no, I mean, but he's like, yeah, like the overhaul makes the faults in the old ones like shine, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think the Ezio collection though is kind of playable, but I played all like most Assassin's Creed. They have classic like frustration points where it's like, stop jumping backwards. I want you to jump like
that's
to
an
the
Assassin's
right
Creed thing, though. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can't think of anything off the top of my mind that specifically doesn't look good, but I can name a couple that I think do hold up. I think
all the Mario games.
Well, of course, Mario's timeless, but I think BioShock, the original, and Infinite as well, but especially BioShock 1, I think still absolutely holds up. I think Mass Effect, the whole Mass Effect franchise holds up outside of the CSEC loading time for Mass Effect 1.
I'm going to heavy disagree. I just played 1 and not even the elevators.
Play the PS3 version, though?
No, the Xbox version.
Okay.
And,
but were you playing it on an Xbox One, though?
Yeah. But just the cover system in Mass Effect 1 was so bad.
Yeah, it's not great. Okay, so Mass Effect 2 and 3, I think, will hold up. Mass Effect,
Nice.
I don't mind Mass Effect 1 because I knew it was kind of a weird BioWare game. But yeah, for like an average like layman gamer,
I mean, we could go we could go back and we could figure out every game that's probably bad now, but they were good at that time.
Yeah.
It was the period of the time. It's like if I go back to a Call of Duty Black Ops 2,
I think
it's a
Shadow
little
of the
bit
Colossus
different.
holds up. I mean, they did slight changes to the combat or not the combat, just the controls in general. And I think the modern controls are totally fine.
Yeah, that's a remake we're talking about.
That's a remake.
Go whip out
Go
a
back
PS2.
Well,
like it ran like shit.
Interestingly enough, Last Guardian was a new game technically that did not hold up with modern times because it was in development for so long.
Yeah.
But that was on them, dude. They knew what they had to do.
Yeah, that game just was doomed.
I mean,
which is
exactly.
Which is like, is Bluepoint a better studio than Sony Japan? Podcast question of the week. Let us know.
I mean, they're great at remastering games, so I mean,
yeah. I kind of just want them to keep remastering games though, because they're so good at it, and it's like,
yeah, they're good, but eventually they're gonna want to actually do a game.
It sucks, and then it's like they just go back to the remasters. So I don't know. I mean, good luck if they do. Then good luck to them. But
they make their own game, and it's like they take pieces from every game they've remade. It's like you have some Metal Gear in it.
That would be hilarious.
There's like Metal Gear Rex fighting fucking a Colossus.
That'd be cool.
But now it is time for 20 questions. Video game 20 questions is where I pick a game. These two get 20 questions to guess the answer. And you guys can go ahead. Let me get out my tally mark tracker to keep track of how many questions you have. Go ahead.
All right, let's get
how do we reset this? Hang on.
Let's isolate time first. And should we do the same question as last time?
What was it?
Did it come out before PS4 launch date?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, let's start it. Fuck it.
Did it come out before the PS4 launch date?
Yes.
All right, so we're talking old game. And it could be on any platform. It doesn't have to be PlayStation. Yeah. Is it PlayStation exclusive?
No.
So it's a multi-platform game. We should narrate on and what consoles. Did it came out on the PS3, 360, Wii U or Wii?
No, just like did it come out on the PS3 and Xbox 360?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You want to narrow?
Hold on.
Type of game it is?
Right?
No, that's two.
No, because you asked before PS4.
Are you counting Xbox and PS3 as two questions?
No.
So what's the second one then?
Yes, it was before PS4.
Exclusive. He's right. 3 questions.
Yeah. Come on, dude. We almost had him.
We
almost had him, dude.
Scumbag.
He's gonna check the tape.
Is it a shooter? Do you shoot guns? I guess.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, you didn't ask if it was a first-person shooter.
That's why I thought about it for a second. I was like, I'm not going to help him with that.
Could easily be a third-person shooter. Is it part of a franchise?
Yes.
You want to ask if it's a
I know what game it is.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Is it part of a franchise with more than 3 games in it?
Yes.
What is it?
Oh fuck! It's multi-platform. Ooh. It could still be 2 or 3 though. I'm thinking Metal Gear. His face says maybe.
If you guess the game, you guess wrong, you lose. So
is it a third-person game?
Yes.
Third-person game. It's multi-platform. Came out on the Xbox and PS3.
Is it made? I'm asking Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, yeah.
Yeah. Should we ask if it's made in Japan? Wait.
No.
If it's Metal Gear, it was made in the USA, right? In Los Angeles, right? Or was it in Japan?
I mean, it depends if it's the remake or. I got it. Is the director of the game Japanese?
No.
Huh.
Ooh.
Interesting. So it's not that.
It could be another fucking BioShock. Last week we had Infinite.
Probably fucked that one up. Is the developer?
I wouldn't do 2 BioShocks in a row.
All right. Should we ask if the game was developed in the USA, or should we ask if the developer is still making games?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know any defunct studios that would be making. It has over 3 games in the franchise. How many series has over 3 games? And it's multi-platform.
So you got it's third person. So you got Mass Effect, obviously.
You got them, yeah, it's Andromeda.
That's the only thing I'm blanking out, dude.
So this, by the way,
Is that space?
Dead Space had.
It's third person, right?
When I asked, is there more than 3 games? That is up till today, correct? That's not at the time the game came out. Like that's that. Like I meant
the game has 3 games or more. I mean,
yeah, like existing in
you
2018.
end up asking. He said yes.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Is that a question?
I mean,
or you're just
No, he's just clarifying.
That was
I
a
guess,
clarification.
yeah.
That was a clarification.
Need
It could be Dead Space.
It said
stuck on question 8. We gotta need a question.
Is it
Yeah,
sci-fi
Yeah, it's a 7.
base?
Yes.
I guess it's not realistic. Does a majority of the game take place off of planet Earth? And that incorporates the atmosphere of planet Earth.
Yes. No
It says,
Columbia.
Yeah, no Columbia.
Situations.
Or some fucking.
I think it's
game.
that's one of the Dead Space.
Yeah, it easily can be as well. Do you is your character in a suit throughout the game? A mech suit, not a metal
That's not
suit.
a good question, dude.
No, that's not a good question. I was asking.
No.
I was asking Miguel that. Wow, that's a good one.
I don't think that's a good one because that could be fucking any sci-fi game, dude.
Yeah, true.
Most of them
true,
wear a
yeah.
fucking.
Come on, I need a question.
Dude.
All right, well, okay. Is it horror?
Horror
No.
base.
It's not.
Really?
It's not associated with horror. Yeah, I guess it could be Mass Effect.
I don't think it's Mass Effect though.
It's sci-fi in space.
Do you play as a male or female? I can't.
No,
Do you play as a
no.
male?
No, yeah, is the protagonist only male? That's a better one.
There you go.
So is there the option to play as a female is what you're asking?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, just to clarify, is there an option to play as a female? Yes.
Okay,
There's an option to
that's
play-
where
okay.
we're going.
Yes,
It probably
it's
is
definitely-
Mass Effect then.
Yeah, it has to be Mass Effect.
We just gotta figure out. Does it have I'm not gonna ask this. I was gonna ask if the title has mass on the fucking title, but I think you said something that we can ask that last week. Who made Mass Effect? BioWare, right?
BioWare and EA.
Should we ask if
We could ask if it had an
this-
online pass, which would.
go for it?
Does it have an online? Did the game have an online pass at launch?
No.
So that's 2,
So
right?
it could be Mass Effect 1. No, 2 had one with the Cerberus pass, and that's how you unlock Zaid.
Zaid
no,
Masani is my boy.
Yeah, no, it has to be 1 in that case. Was the game ever exclusive to one console?
Yes.
Mass Effect 1.
13 questions again.
I was getting nervous that
Nice.
we might have lost that one. To be honest, I
13's your lucky
felt
number.
we were getting close to the.
I gotta
end.
I gotta pick a harder game next time.
Yeah.
Did a couple easy ones.
That's solid. That was fun.
So released in 2008, Mass Effect 1 by BioWare.
7.
Edmonton, I believe, right? 2007?
Yep.
So it's 2008.
With the greatest year ever, which makes the Galaxy, Modern Warfare 1,
Oh yeah.
Rock Band, Guitar Hero 3, and Mass Effect, Portal, Half-Life.
Yep, 2007. Wow.
2.
Good thing you didn't mess up. Yeah, next week I'm going to pick a harder game. When Miguel said Mass Effect, I'm like, motherfucker. I wanted to do KOTOR too.
It was like
I went with Mass Effect instead.
it was that or Dead Space. That was the only 2 big ones that I had in my mind. And
I should have did KOTOR.
when you said
so
no
I was gonna
horror,
do
I'm like, yeah,
KOTOR,
it's
and I
probably
went
Mass
with Mass
Effect.
Effect too because I didn't know if you guys played KOTOR. So
I didn't play it, so I probably would.
there you have it. In 13 questions again. You guys got in 13 questions last
Lucky number 13.
Really? That's funny. Let's get lower.
Jeffrey gets a couple wins in a row now.
Let's beat that record.
Odd for him.
I
All right,
mean,
anything
teamwork,
you
I
guys
guess.
want to wrap up with, or we could.
No, that's about it. Check out. I'm going to be talking about the Olympics on Cocktail Hour, so make sure you check that out. That's on this feed also.
What?
Where could people let us know if they like Cocktail Hour though?
You can go to our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/PSBestFriends. Let us know what you think about Cocktail Hour. Let us know what you think about this show. This show is not going anywhere, so in case you're worried about that, this will always be out.
Oh, it's going to your ears, so I mean.
Well, yeah, of course. And then we also have a couple new shows. We have the Peanut Gallery, which is a YouTube exclusive series that we have an episode up now of Miguel playing Dragon Ball Fighters. We have another
I'm
one
fucking amazing at the
I
game.
believe it is going to be of Jeffrey playing Fortnite. We're going to keep those going. We are looking to do another one-on-one. We need to figure out what we're going to do for this week. Last week we did have, of course, myself and my good friend Henry from work talk about Celeste. Great game. Go play it. But yeah, so just make sure you go check that stuff out. Make sure you give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. That is actually a very, very huge help to us because it's going to help us get noticed, which is going to get more listeners, which is going to get more people in the Facebook group, which is going to make everything more fun for everyone. And where can people find you, Miguel?
They can find me at PlayStation Network at Dark Angel 1010.
Hey, you got it right this time. Jeffrey, where can people find you?
You can find me on PSN, Brawl96, or Mr. Brawl96, everywhere on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. I tweeted a year ago to either on the 2nd or the 20th. I remember one of those dates. I first ever created Brawl_96 to make an account at GameSpot.com to post on the forum. So yeah, 10 years of that name.
I actually had to make like 3 different IGN accounts because for some reason it would never let me re-log in or never keep me stay logged in. So I don't know if they fixed that.
I think my IGN login is like some defunct AOL account or something.
And you can find me on PSN, Xbox Live, Steam, the only X188, and you can find me on Twitter at Anthony Palm. You can also check us out on Twitter at PSBF Podcast. This has been episode 39 of the PS Best Friends podcast. We will catch you all next week.
Yeah, so I got a shirt. It's worth $20 on PUBG. I'm gonna try to sell it.
Find out next time.
I gotta make money somehow.
We will let you know how rich Miguel is or not on episode 40.
Fucking rich, man.
See you next week.
Fucking rich in PUBG. Thank God. Thank God. I'm rich.